Hello, I'm Eric Snodgrass, and thank you for watching this Ag Forecast for South America brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions. I want to just pick up with what we've been doing here over the last several videos, and that's looking at the Standard Precipitation Index from the CHIRPS data set. So again, what we're looking at here is it's kind of a simulated drought monitor, if you will. And our concerned area in Brazil has been much of southern Brazil. So throughout the month of November here, that has been an area where we've observed less than normal precipitation. And this is going to be the area that we're starting to see reports of some of the crop damage on the early crops down here due to the lack of water. Now, I was looking here at one of the other websites I like to show you, World Ag Weather, and I went down to Rio Grande do Sul. And in general, we have over a 5-inch deficit at this point. And given that over the last 60 days, we normally only get about 12 inches of total precip, we're talking about a 45% loss compared to average, and that's one of the areas that's been really struggling. Another one, Paraná, we can see that they have gone flatter on precipitation, especially since the month of November. So this is an area that's got us just very concerned overall about precipitation, talking about southern Brazil. From there, let's just talk now about what we've got in Argentina. Now, this is looking back over the last month, and during that whole time period, we did have, at times, better precipitation in and around Cordoba, but as of late, we've seen a lot drier conditions around the Paraná River, which is in through this area. And that's the area that I want to focus on today, because what I did was, let me show you this first of all. Inside of this bounding box, looking at ERA 5 historical precipitation data, I reconstructed December and January total precipitation going back to 1950 for, specifically for this area. That's most of most of Argentina's growing area. And then I plucked off these low years, and I used them to create a composite sea surface temperature anomaly map. And so there you go. You can see the December-January time period I'm concerned about. And we can tell easily that there is a La Nina. But what I'm concerned about is this area right in through here. Because lately we've seen the ocean temperatures continue to cool there, despite the La Nina likely reaching its peak. But this is a full-blown La Nina in this area, a strong one too. So why I share that is because if that region in Argentina historically is drier, when the ocean temperatures look like this in December, January, you won't be surprised when I show you that this is the outlook from now through January the 5th. And if I just let this slide forward, the models just persist with that. I'll tell you what, I'll stop it out here. This is now looking at December 20 through January 20. And again, we see those same drier regions, Paraná, Rio Grande do Sul, along the Paraná River, and then getting here into this part of Argentina. In other words, historically, correlating the La Nina to precipitation patterns means drier. But it's also consistent in the dynamical models as well. So thinking about that, we also got the new seasonal forecast. And January, February, March still shows a drier bias farther to the south. I wouldn't read too much into what I see right here in parts of central Brazil, in eastern Brazil, and Mato Grosso. I think that if we're going to stress the crops with precipitation deficits, it will be to the south. Now again, I'm predicating all of this on the behavior of the La Nina, which is connected to the MJO, which is connected to the monsoon strength, which in turn is connected to the pattern coming out of the Atlantic. It's all one big flowing system, but at any time this could be disrupted. And that's why we do these videos twice a week, to look out for those kind of things. But this is the long range that I've got right now. It would make sense then in the near term, a little bit different color bar, but same idea, that over the next 10 days, from Paraná through Rio Grande do Sul, around the Paraná River, which is here, so this growing area in Argentina is showing up drier. And we just have a lot of high pressure in place there. Take a look at the animation. This is the ECMWF 12Z run today. As we play forward, look at the center of high pressure right here, just clearing this all out. It's preventing, it's blocking the monsoon from sliding to the south, big fronts pushing up into this area, or low pressure forming. When do we get our next chance at precip? Well, I'm already through Thursday, now into Friday, getting into Saturday and Sunday. There's a chance coming through Paraguay on Sunday, getting into early Monday morning, we could get some better rainfall in this area. But that's a week from now, which means we got to watch to see if that feature actually stays consistent in the models. Because once it goes through, well, it still stays dry in Rio Grande do Sul, around the Paraná River and much of Argentina. See that the rain is pretty much to the north. So we watch how this fills in with precipitation, and you just see a big hole there for a while, all the way through Thursday into Friday, into Saturday, and it's not until Saturday night and Sunday morning, watch right into here, coming through Paraguay into Mato Grosso do Sul, that we see better rains. But it's not as though that's, heavy rain. It's scattered rain at best at this point. And we still have large areas in southern Brazil, Uruguay, and coming down here around the Parna River that stay dry through much of the next 7 days. Week 2, the models continue to give us this picture. So this gets us out to December the 20th. And that area shows up drier than average on the pattern while we returned above normal precipitation in through here. And so what I'll do is I'll just come back to what I shared with you earlier. That look from December 20 to January 20 continues to favor that same dry region. So let's watch it carefully, because this could become a pretty significant story as we move toward summer. I mean, summer starts for them on December 21st, and therefore we're going to look for some peak heating at that point, which means we could add some stress due to high temperatures. Because I'll tell you this, the long-range models certainly keep the temperatures there above average. See that? That's January, February, March. So I'll watch it carefully, and we'll report back again on Thursday, and we'll just keep an eye on this situation. Thanks.